until I just climbed this tree and decided to record a video. But it's definitely happening often. So what's good, y'all? Sovereignty. Let's talk about sovereignty too. What is sovereignty? What is being sacred and righteous? And what is being whole within yourself even look like? That can look a lot of different ways for a lot of people, but I feel like the core never changes. The laws of my eye don't change. The universal laws don't change. And what we are here to do is find our flow within those universal principles that have already been set in stone by even the way that we can see outwardly that nature expresses. Nature is very honoring to itself, and we are nature. We are a part of nature. We have co-created nature. I don't think that we as humans create nature, but the essence of who we truly are, the creator, the source, God, Allah, that boundless, omnipresent force that is neither here nor there, neither coming nor going, but just is. We are that. We are pieces of that. It's like getting a cup of water out of the ocean. And I'm the cup of water. I'm still the ocean, but I'm still just the cup. Who created the ocean? It's many levels to it. But either way, I feel like sovereignty is very honoring to nature. And if you look at yourself as your body, your heart, your mind, your gut, your intuition, your creation, if you look at all of that as a piece of nature, you'll start to honor it more and more, and you'll start to be more honest and direct with everything that comes along with just being a human, and not really feeling like we have to force ourselves to exist in a way, but finding how we naturally exist so that our full expression can come out in all the many ways that it does. As you see, I'm sitting on a tree, but there's water also in front of me. There's two different aspects of the same nature. Yeah? And so sovereignty is just being yourself fully. Sovereignty is respecting yourself, respecting others, and giving back and receiving. It's the full spectrum. It's not just a piece of the puzzle, it's the full puzzle, and the full puzzle is what we're in awe with. We always give thanks. I always give thanks to life, to creation, to God, to my ancestors. What are we saying we're giving thanks for? I'm giving thanks for the ability to see all the many aspects of God ourselves manifest in so many different ways. And I feel like being able to give back to nature, whether it's by planting a seed, by hugging a tree. I mean, there's literally so many, picking up trash off the ground, by freaking bringing kids out here to actually see and explore and play in the water and connect with the water in a more intimate way. We can give back in so many ways, and I feel like that's where our sovereignty stems from. It stems from the ability to want to nurture what is nurturing us. And as a Cancer rising, I feel like being able to nurture things is the point of creation, because even if you look at the wheel in astrology, you have your first house, your second house, your third house, your fourth house, which is Cancer. Cancer is all about the mother. Your mother is all about nurturing. It's all about creating. But then you go to the fifth house, that is creation itself. That is the expression of what was created. And so for anything to be able to be maintained and to be expressed out loud, you have to have that sense of nurturing. You have to nurture that aspect of yourself, of the thing, of the person, of the place, of all of it. And with the times that we are in now, I think it's very vital that we know these things and that we can connect with ourselves, because if we are continuously looking for someone else to give us the answer, we'll never find ourselves. And that is the whole point of existing on earth, is to find yourself, be yourself, express yourself, and give your talents. I'm a Christian background, so I can just go by the scriptures that I grew up with. And it was a scripture, and it talks about God giving these men talents. He gave one man, I don't know the numbers for real no more, but I think it was one man, he gave 5 talents, he gave another man 3, and then he gave another man 1. And then the man with the 5, he amplified it and he got more. The one with the 3 amplified it and got more, but the man with the 1 talent, he was like, well shit, I only got 1 talent, let me put this under thing so it don't go nowhere and hide it. And in his hiding, when God came back to see what they got from the talents, or how they multiplied the talents, everybody, he was like, okay, good job, the one with the 5, you increased yourself. Good job, the one with the 3, you increased yourself. But the one with the 1, he was like, yo, I gave you a talent and you didn't do nothing but hide it. When you think about it like that, when you hide your self-expression by being inauthentic because you're looking to follow someone else's guide or lead only, and not follow your inner guide, follow that inner nudge, follow your gut feeling, follow your heart's calling, you start to live in an inauthentic space within yourself, and you no longer create who you are. You start to create, and you start to mimic what that other thing or being or person or place is. And so that's why it's really honorable to really get to know yourself, and not just in a, oh, I look like this, I wear this, or I love red colors, I like to dance. I love to dance, and that is a big part of my expression, but I know that's still not who I am. It's get to the core, and it takes a while. We gotta stop rushing shit. Rushing things in this reality is pointless. It is so pointless, because we have a structure that has already been built for us. We already have things in motion that we cannot undo, because they're already in motion from the greatest power there is, from God, from Allah, from the source, from all that is. And so when we find our flow by finding ourselves, we are then able to be in tune with the motions of how life is, and we're able to create our own rhythm, create our own dance, and express that after we nurture it, because we identify it. Once you identify it, you nurture it, you give it love, you give it attention, and you cut off there's empty branches, you cut them off because they're not bearing any more fruit. You have to just be able to identify and know the things that are of you and the things that are not of you, so that you can effectively be whole and identify with the nature of God. We are beings of God. God bodies. I am not God in its entirety, but I am at the same time. I am not the one who created Earth, but I am the one who created Earth. You see? I am everything and I am nothing. This body is what I'm referring to, that is not things. But my energy is always connected to the source. My energy is the source. It is a piece of the source. It's like the finger of the source. You know? We are all different parts of the body, but we still make up the full body once you put them all together. And we have a personal body, and we have a collective body. Know your personal body before you would decide to tap into your collective body. And then also know that with your personal body, there are 7 subtle different bodies. I personally have been exploring more than the 7, but I've learned 7 from researching and studying and tapping into people like Miriam Hasana or Zena Starr. They talk about the 7 subtle bodies a lot, and I've been, listening to some of their teachings for a while now. But just even in my own study of the 7 subtle bodies, see it mimicked even in the Bible. They talk about putting on the full armor of God, and it gives, I think 7 different parts of the armor. But if you break it down and you get into the etymology of what they're saying, and you get past the allegory, you know they're talking about your emotional body, your heart. They're talking about your intellectual body, your mind. They're talking about your physical body. They're talking about your energetic body. They're talking about your auric body. There's different parts of us that we need to pay attention to so that we can fully be at rest in ourselves, in motion. We are always resting, but we're always in motion. It's like they play in the same rate. They go and they find the same flow. Nothing at rest is not at motion, and nothing in motion is not at rest. It just looks different. But yeah, that's all I got. Thank you for coming to my first tree talk, not a TED talk. Peace out.